Yeah, let's take a look at a really important concept if you're in sales, if you're selling to customers. So we're talking business to consumer here, really. You're getting to know your customer and you're doing fact finding, professional services, mortgages, advice, IFA, whatever it is you're selling. And I call this the zebra crossing. So that's my title. And you're thinking, okay, Paul, what's the zebra crossing got to do with really building a great relationship with customers on a business to consumer basis? Well, it has a lot. Let me explain to you. I live here in Cheltenham, have done for about 2.5 years now. And it's a big town, and I like cycling around everywhere. I don't use my car to go around town, so if I go to the supermarket, to the gym, to the doctors, or whatever, I jump on my bike and I head off. There's plenty of cycle paths, and it's really great. I love it. It's good for the environment, keeps me fit, and stops me from using the car. I still do use the car as well for longer journeys. Like, for example, on Thursday, I'm going down to Cirencester on business, and I'll jump in the car in the morning and drive through Cheltenham on the other side to get out towards Cirencester. Now, the advantage is I both cycle and I drive around town, so I understand both points of view. So let me give you an example of this one, the zebra crossing. Now, as you know, with zebra crossings, you've got your beacons there, haven't you? And you've got your zebra crossing. We know how they work, many have used them before. Now, the cycle paths allow me to cycle along the pathway, and I get to a zebra crossing where I have to cross. I have to press the button like everybody else, and then it goes beep, 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 and you cross over and off you go. Obviously, car drivers have to stop. Now, as a cyclist, I fully appreciate the benefit of this one, but as a driver, it really annoys me when I drive up to a zebra crossing and some dude has pressed a button like a long time ago, it crossed over quickly, and it's still going beep, beep, red signs for 20, 30 seconds. It's not going to kill anybody, but you have to stop. The person's long gone, they've gone completely. But you're stopping, waiting for the lights to go red before you can move on. That really just annoys me. As a cyclist, I know that because I'm also a driver, remember. So what I do when I'm cycling is I come along to the zebra crossing and I look left and right. If there's nothing coming, I'll just cross over. I won't hit the button how to have it, because I know full well that if I hit the button, cycle across, I'll be long gone and cars will be waiting there forever. So I look left and right and I cycle across. And most pedestrians don't do that. They just push the button and don't really care about car drivers. But I appreciate both points of view. And that's the point here. When you're dealing with customers, when you're dealing with consumers, it's great that you must see both sides of the view. So with customers, for example, there's some things you could think about doing with your customers. Spend a day in the life of a customer. Now, I remember the Beatles song, Day in the Life, great tune from the 60s. Now, physically, in your head, spend a day in the life of the customer. So what do they do each day? What are their trials and tribulations, their challenges, their issues? Try and spend a day in the life of your customer. And that works for B2B as well, business to business, business to consumers as well. Mystery shop your own company. Get a mystery shopper, make a phone call to your own company, put on an accent if you want to, or voice, and just see what it's like from the client's point of view when they make contact with you as well. Map out the buying process. So make sure that you're fully aware the process the customer goes through when they buy things. Not your sales process, that's great. That's a bit old-fashioned nowadays, isn't it? It's the buying process that they go through. So make sure you know what it is. And make sure you know what pains and issues and challenges and trials and tribulations customers have when they get involved in buying your product or your service, so you can really have empathy with them as well. Get really good at exploring your customer. Now, a lot of salespeople are great at closing all those things, but explore their issues and needs, talk to them, converse with them, have a conversation, open them up, ask questions, summarise, really listen to people, stop gabbing all the time. That's a great technique to think about when you're selling as well. Customer journey, I've heard this thing by firms. What's the customer journey here? And it's great. And they pile a room full of people who are all internal staff. They try and work out customer's journey. Don't do that. Get customers in to tell you what their journey is. They're the best people to advise it. You can't figure it out from internal people. You need to be able to fully understand it as well. Don't stick to a journey. Be flexible as well. Teach your people to be flexible. I was on the phone to the Metro Bank, good bank, they're my mortgage lender, and I had a problem with the survey. So I phoned up the broker desk, but the broker desks normally only deal with brokers. Now, I was the consumer, and I got talking to this fellow. He said, we normally talk to brokers, but in this instance I can talk to you because I know what you're talking about. He was flexible. Good for you, Metro. You're able to flex your people, to give them training so they don't stick rigidly to procedures and processes. Customers love all that, don't they? So what do I prefer? Do I prefer cycling or driving? Well, I like cycling, but the weather's pretty atrocious over the winter and I haven't done much cycling at all. But spring's on its way, so you might find me cycling a bit more often around town. I see both points of view. That's the whole point behind the story. Hope that's been of use to you. Happy selling.